Did Daniel see a pre-incarnate son in Daniel chapter 10? Daniel 10:5 says, I lifted up my eyes and looked, and behold, there was a certain man dressed in linen, whose waist was girded with the belts of pure gold of Uphaz. His body also was like beryl. His face had the appearance of lightning. His eyes were like flaming torches. His arms and feet like the gleam of polished bronze, and the sound of his words like the sound of a tumult. Now I, Daniel, alone saw the vision, while the men who were with me did not see the vision. Nevertheless, a great dread fell on them, and they ran away to hide themselves. So I was left alone and saw this great vision, yet no strength was left in me, for my natural color turned to a deathly pallor, and I retained no strength. But I heard the sound of his words, and as soon as I heard the sound of his words, I fell into a deep sleep on my face, with my face to the ground. Then behold, a hand touched me and set me trembling on my hands and knees. He said to me, O Daniel, man of high esteem, understand the words that I am about to tell you and stand upright, for I have now been sent to you. Notice, the angel was sent to Daniel. And when he had spoken this word to me, I stood up trembling. Then he said to me, do not be afraid, Daniel. From the first day that you set your heart on understanding this and on humbling yourself before your God, notice, your God, your words were heard, and I have come in response for your words. The angel was sent by God to Daniel in response to his prayers. So we don't have a God the Son or a co-equal God person being sent. We have the angel being sent by God to the prophet Daniel. The angel goes on. But the prince of the kingdom of Persia was withstanding me. Withstanding God or withstanding an angel? An angel was withstanding me for 21 days. Then behold, Michael, one of the chief princes, came to help me, for I had been left there with the kings of Persia. Now I have come to give you an understanding of what will happen to your people in the latter days, for the vision pertains to the days yet in the future. Verse 15. When he had spoken to me according to these words, I turned my face toward the ground and became speechless. And behold, one who resembled a human being was touching my lips. Then I opened my mouth and spoke and said to him who was standing before me, O my Lord, as a result of the vision, anguish has come upon me, and I have retained no strength. For how can such a servant of my Lord talk with such as my Lord? For as for me, there remains just now no strength in me, nor has any breath been left in me. Then this one with human appearance touched me again and strengthened me. He said, O man of high esteem, do not be afraid. Peace be with you. Take courage and be courageous. Now as soon as he spoke to me, I received strength and said, May my Lord speak, for you have strengthened me. Then he said, Do you understand why I came to you? But I shall now return to fight against the prince of Persia. Notice, does God, as God, fight against an angelic prince of Persia? Certainly not. So I am going forth, and behold, the prince of Greece is about to come. However, I will tell you what is inscribed in the writings of truth. Yet there is no one who stands firmly with me against these forces except Michael, your prince. Another angel. There can be no doubt that it was a high priestly angelic being seen in Daniel's vision, chapter 10. Barnes' commentary says, Behold, a certain man clothed in linen, one who had the form and appearance of a man. The subsequent disclosures showed that he was an angel. So Barnes' commentary admits that this was an angelic being. But when angels have appeared on earth, they have commonly assumed the human form. The margin is one, so also is the Hebrew one man. From Daniel 12:6, it would seem that two other such beings appeared in the course of the vision. but either one only was manifest now to Daniel, or his attention was particularly directed to him. The name of this celestial angelic messenger is not given, but all the circumstances of the case lead us to suppose that it was the same who had appeared to him on the banks of the Ulai in Daniel 8:16, and the same who had made the revelation of the 70 weeks in Daniel chapter 9 verse 21. Linen was the common raiment of priests because it was supposed to be more pure than wool. It was also worn by prophets and is represented as the raiment of angels. Author Anna Deal explained that the angel who appeared in Daniel chapter 10 could not have been God. And I quote, "Now the dramatic description of this new figure rings familiar bells of other descriptions we have read of God himself. Is Daniel finally seeing Yahweh? Alas, no. For when the being speaks, he talks about being sent by God to speak for Yahweh. It's just another angel, and he has to wake Daniel up before he can have a productive conversation with him because Daniel has passed out from shock." End quote. Jamieson Fawcett Brown's Bible commentary says, verse 5, that he lifted up his eyes from the ground on which they had been fixed in his mourning. A certain man, literally one man, an angel of the highest order, for in Daniel 8:16 he commands Gabriel to make Daniel to understand the vision. So this is some angelic being that is higher in authority than even some of the archangels. So an angel of the highest order in Daniel 8:16 commanded Gabriel to make Daniel to understand the vision. And in Daniel 12:6, one of the two angels inquires of him how long it would be till the end predicted. Linen, the raiment of priests, being a symbol of sanctity, as more pure than wool, worn on prophets and seen on angels. The scriptures are replete with examples of unknown mighty angels who even appear to have authority over some of the archangels such as Gabriel and Michael. Even Melchizedek, who met Abraham, appears to have been an angelic king and priest over a specific angelic order, the order of Melchizedek. There is not a shred of scriptural evidence to suggest that any of the angelic appearances in the book of Daniel or in any other inspired book was actually God speaking as an angel. God spoke through angelic agency, but God is not an angel because angels are clearly the messengers of God rather than God himself. For more videos, you can subscribe to our YouTube channel or visit us on the web at apostolic christian faith.com. God bless.